Good Monday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window from this afternoon. We're going to head up to Blewett Pass tonight, and this is what it looked like up that way, kind of like it looked here. Some high clouds up there, and I was just up at Liberty over the weekend. Roads are in good shape on the way up to Liberty and over Blewett Pass, but there is a lot of snow up there, so just be a little bit careful. But our week ahead, boy, it looks nice. Other than maybe a little blip Tuesday night into Wednesday morning where we could see just isolated showers, we are going to see lots of sunshine through the rest of this week with temperatures seasonal, and that for us means temperatures right around 50 and even warmer than that as we get into the upcoming weekend. I'll have your complete forecast coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A 54-year-old Winthrop man was arrested on first-degree robbery and felony harassment charges Sunday after allegedly threatening two men with a knife and then stealing a camera. A former Wenatchee television executive pleaded guilty today in a child sexual abuse case that dates back more than 20 years. The coronavirus outbreak linked to an illicit regional basketball tournament has yielded only 3 known cases in Chelan County. And the state-run mass vaccination site at Town Toyota Center will close to the public for a few hours this week so it can provide COVID vaccines exclusively to those who teach and care for our kids. But first, we begin tonight. Driving under the influence and vehicular assault charges are likely against a Wenatchee man who police say ran a stop sign onto Washington Street Saturday night and then T-boned a Chevrolet Suburban, causing it to roll. Police Captain Edgar Reinfeld said occupants of the Suburban suffered minor injuries. According to Reinfeld, at about 8:30 p.m., 30-year-old Kyle Scott Van Horn was driving south on Wilson Street in a 2012 Chevrolet pickup and failed to stop at Washington, hitting the Suburban, which ended up on its side on the sidewalk. In addition to Wenatchee Police, Chelan County Fire District 1 and Ballard Ambulance responded to that wreck. Meanwhile, a 54-year-old Winthrop man was arrested on first-degree robbery and felony harassment charges Sunday after allegedly threatening two men with a knife and stealing a camera. Okanagan County Sheriff Tony Hawley said the two men were documenting the legal harvest of a roadkill near Peregrine State Park just before 3 p.m. when, as you see pictured here, Jan Baggy pulled up and exited his Dodge holding a knife. Hawley said the two men had taken the deer to the wildlife area where one was harvesting it and the other was taking photos. After Baggy reportedly came to them with the knife, one of the men ran down a hill and onto a snowy field while the other fell while backing away. Hawley said while Baggy held the knife above his head, the man on the ground took a picture of him. Baggy allegedly demanded the camera and threatened to kill the man and his 2 children who were in his vehicle. Hawley said the man threw Baggy the camera, which he returned to the man before driving away. Baggy was later arrested at his home. A former Wenatchee television executive pleaded guilty today in a child sexual abuse case that dates back more than 20 years. Lonnie K. England entered a plea in Chelan Court to 2 counts of first-degree child molestation. England admitted to sexually abusing 2 victims beginning in 1998 when both were around 7 years old. He was scheduled to go to trial this week before Judge Kristen Ferreira on many more serious counts that date back to 2017, including child rape and incest. But instead, he struck a plea agreement that could lead to 7.5 years in prison. England, who's 56, formerly was general manager of Apple Valley TV. He was jailed immediately after his plea this morning and now faces sentencing on April 29th. Well, the coronavirus outbreak linked to an illicit regional basketball tournament has yielded only 3 known cases in Chelan County. The February 6th event, held in a private gym in Pateros, has also led to 6 known infections among Okanagan County residents after inviting girls' teams from Cashmere, Cle Elum, and Brewster. The Chelan-Douglas Health District released findings from its own contact tracing last week, saying 3 COVID-19 positives had been traced to that tournament. At the time, North Central Washington was only in phase 1 of the pandemic regulations, which banned competitive play and indoor practice. Well, the state-run mass vaccination site at Town Toyota Center will close to the public for a few hours this week so it can provide COVID vaccines exclusively to those who teach and care for our kids. The special clinics go all day Wednesday and 2 to 5 p.m. Friday. The State Department of Health says those hours will be dedicated solely to vaccinating educators in pre-K through 12th grade, school staff members, and child care providers. Those groups became eligible for vaccines under Governor Jay Inslee's orders just 1 week ago. The Wenatchee site has so far given out almost 23,000 doses of Pfizer vaccine. As of this week, 100,000 doses have been given out through the state's 4 mass inoculation sites. The other 3 are in Kennewick, Ridgefield, and Spokane. Coming up next, a Wenatchee Latino work group is supporting a bill to reform health district organizations. Senator Brad Hawkins votes against a proposed capital gains tax, which passed by 1 vote over the weekend. And Moses Lake police officers had their first ever pit maneuver training last week in Richland. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Don't worry, all the fun is around the corner. There's no better time to get ready than now with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa Spring Sale. Stock Up and Save sale is now going on in-store and online at bluelagoonpoolandspa.com. Even pool heaters are on sale. Financing available upon approval. Credit 24-month, no interest with equal payments. Stop by today or order online at bluelagoonpoolandspa.com. Free water testing available in-store or curbside. Going on now through June 1st. Mary Maids of Wenatchee has been professionally cleaning and sanitizing homes and businesses in North Central Washington since 1998. Mary Maids uses commercial-grade cleaners and viricides. Mary Maids has implemented additional safety and sanitation protocols. They are strictly following CDC guidelines for the safety of their clients and employees. For expert help with cleaning and sanitizing your home or business, call or look up Mary Maids of Wenatchee to schedule your free estimate today.
Family roles change with time. You may find yourself being an unpaid caregiver to a loved one. Caregiving can be rewarding, but also stressful. Taking care of yourself is vital. Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington has low or no cost services for unpaid caregivers, such as in-home support, care supplies, and counseling. Connect in your local area by calling Aging and Adult Care at 800-572-4459 and mention you're interested in caregiver support.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In another news, a new state bill would reform the way local health districts do business. Among other steps, it would reserve seats on local boards of health for tribal members, healthcare providers, patients, and community representatives. Right now, local boards, like the one that governs the Chelan-Douglas Health District, include only elected officials. In February, a member of the Immigrant and Latino Solidarity Group, Cecilia Anaguana of Wenatchee, told the House Appropriations Committee the bill could help take politics out of local health decisions.
I have seen how members of the Latinx community have suffered under the ineffective leadership of our local Board of Health. Members of our Board of Health disregarded the seriousness of the COVID-19 pandemic by suing Governor Inslee to end the state of emergency. In fact, one current Board of Health member who joined a lawsuit in her individual capacity cited not having her house cleaner, not being able to shop for clothing, and not being able to dine out as reasons for overturning the governor's mandate. This lawsuit came as major outbreaks were being reported at local fruit packing facilities. I attended local COVID response meetings in which decision makers placed blame on my culture and even made informal attempts to track carne asada sales to back up stereotypes. Latinx community members' attempts to push back on this were labeled as volatile by people leading our health district. I can only see this as dangerous leadership by our local electeds. Our community needs people who understand and can speak to social and economic differences within our region. SHB 1152 will move us closer to ensuring decisions are guided by science and that our Board of Health reflects our community.
That bill was up for debate and a possible vote on the House floor today. 12th District State Senator Brad Hawkins was a vote against Washington's proposed new capital gains tax. The measure passed the Senate on Saturday by just one vote, 25 to 24, and now goes to the House, where it's expected to also pass. It would place a 7% tax on sales of stocks and bonds over $250,000 in value. Hawkins and fellow Republicans have attacked the idea as a form of income tax that's illegal and likely to be challenged in court.
Make no mistake, this today is an income tax, but it's not about the ultra rich. It's about all of us. Because over time, once this gets implemented and once the court potentially upholds it, then all of the exemptions will over time be whittled away to the point where it does impact all of us. It's really a difficult day, and obviously I'll be voting no, but I think it'd be interesting to see how this all transpires over the next several months and potentially years.
And as we take you to break, Moses Lake police officers had their first ever pit maneuver training last week in Richland. A pit maneuver involves tapping the rear of the vehicle being pursued, causing it to spin out. The officers were loaned one of the Grant County Sheriff's Office's Crown Victoria pursuit vehicles for the training. Take a look. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
For almost 30 years, Link has been providing transit service to Chelan and Douglas counties. Now Link wants your input to make your transit system even better. Our region is growing in leaps and bounds, and public transit needs to improve to keep pace with this growth. We want to make public transit more efficient, more accessible, and more convenient for the people we serve, but we can't build a better system without you. So please make your voice heard and tell us how transit service can be designed to best serve you by taking our survey at www.movinglinkforward.com. Link Transit, your way to go.
I'm Tom from Alpine Aire Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Aire, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Aire are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Aire. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Aire, 662-6846.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. The focus has been on teachers and school employees, but childcare workers are now eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine as well. Directives from Governor Jay Inslee allow a whole range of workers in that field to access vaccinations. Lacey Fehrenbach, the Deputy Health Secretary helping to oversee Washington vaccine response, says there are wheels in motion to get those caregivers their proper credentials.
We actually have been working with the Department of Children, Youth, and Families to provide cards that are essentially a letter indicating that a person is eligible as a child care worker. And the Department of Children, Youth, and Families has ways to get that out to the groups that are eligible. And those include licensed family home child care providers, as well as those center-based cares, licensed exempt family, friend, and neighbor care providers that accept working connections, that the child care subsidy, the Early Childhood Education Assistance Program, that's Washington State's funded preschool providers, known as ECAP in our state, and license exempt school age and youth development providers who have been providing care to school-age children since the pandemic started, and schools have been primarily closed or in remote learning. So those groups will be getting communication through likely their employers or directly from the department that will help them with eligibility and tell them about this program. I also want to note there are a number of local partners, including some that you mentioned, that are doing direct outreach to these groups, whether it's schools or child care workers, to help them get their appointments and their vaccine.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you all had a great weekend. Weather over the weekend really wasn't too bad. A little bit of those rain showers Friday into Saturday, and Sunday was a pretty nice day too. Not bad today either. Now we've switched our look to the Cashmere area from our Sky-Fi Tower camera. And here's our friends Cashmere. It wasn't a bad day there. You can see the Cascades, still a little bit of snow there, but boy, that snow is receding quickly. That's for sure. Our temperature today still very nice, a little bit, believe it or not, below normal now. 47 degrees unofficially. 50 is now our normal high temperature. 27 is where we started this morning. 33 is our normal low. Our normal record high temperature, rather, 2005, a beautiful 68 degrees. Record low, that was some kind of winter in 2019, wasn't it? 13, our record low. Did pick up a trace of new moisture. We're still at 2.54 inches of moisture for the year. Sunrise 6:27 this morning, and sunset getting closer to 6 o'clock now at 5:57. Here's a quick look at how your Tuesday is going to shape up, and temperatures not much different. Maybe a click or two warmer as we get into Tuesday. Lower to mid 50s in the Columbia Basin, 54 Moses Lake, 51 in Ellensburg, about 49 in Wenatchee, also 49 for Cashmere, and 49 as well tomorrow in the Chelan area. The good news about tomorrow, we're going to see more sunshine, and I'll show you that in a second. Tonight we can expect partly cloudy skies, a light west wind. Here's an area of low pressure that began in the weekend up around British Columbia, and it's been slowly sliding down the coastline, but really won't affect us all that much. For Tuesday, as I mentioned, more sunshine tomorrow. And we talk seasonal temperatures, now we're talking 50 degrees, and that's still pretty darn nice. Still a little bit of that colder air along the Cascades, but that's about it statewide. For Wednesday, partly cloudy skies. This is where that low could bring just a few showers our way. Here's that slight chance of a shower on Wednesday. I wouldn't change your plans if you have outdoor things to do Wednesday, because it's not going to be that kind of rainstorm. Thursday, back to the sunshine, and man, do we get quiet weather-wise on Thursday right through the weekend. Mild, high temperatures on Thursday. Once again around that 50-degree mark as we end our week on Friday. Just beautiful. Sunny skies all over the western United States. Tri-Cities will be flirting with maybe 55 to 60 degrees on Friday. Here we'll probably be in the lower 50s or so before we begin to warm up, and that'll happen on Saturday. Mostly sunny. We could see high temperatures in the Wenatchee area, about 55 degrees, maybe warmer on Saturday. And then for Sunday, warm too, but not quite as warm, I don't think, because a few more clouds will move in and some colder air, especially in western Washington. And that could move our way as we get into the first part of next week. We're also seeing some cooler air by the time we get it to about a week from now. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast. Tonight we'll drop down to the freezing mark, 32 degrees, 49 Tuesday, 50 with possibly an isolated shower. And I'm telling you, they're going to be very isolated on Wednesday, 51 Thursday, and we're just warming up from there. 52 Friday, our warmest day Saturday with mostly sunny skies and a high then of 55. And that's a look at your local weather forecast.
coming up next. Tonight's Sports Report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Save Mart is the place to go if you are in the market for home furnishings. They have rows and rows of sofas, love seats, recliners, and chairs in a vast array of fabrics and colors. Name brands include Ashley, Best, and Stanton. With pictures, lamps, and tables to complement your new furniture, Save Mart is a one-stop shop. Save Mart offers 12-month special financing on approval of credit. Save Mart also offers free delivery, setup, and haul away in their service area. Serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 50 years. Located on North Wenatchee Avenue or visit online at savemart.net.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Monday to you. For the first time since November of 2019, high school football was played Friday night around north central Washington. And with gusty winds and driving rain, seemed kind of like November weather. In our game featured here on the NCWLIFE channel, J.J. Jelsing rushed for 167 yards and 3 touchdowns to lead Wenatchee over Moses Lake 28-7. Grant and I had the call.
Jelson is slap of the hands, and that gets the play going. He's scrambling left, being chased there. He's going to keep it 15, cuts it back upfield, 10-5, dives for the end zone. Did he get it? The pylon's down.
It should be a touchdown.
Boy, that should be third down and goal. Jelsing's going to keep it this time, and he gets in behind that big offensive line. Touchdown. Here's Lloydhammer in motion. Fake handoff to him. Jelsing's going to keep it wide open middle.
Beautiful.
Touchdown.
Beautiful run by J.J. Jelsing.
Jelsing all by himself in the backfield. Handoff goes to Amesqua. He's got some room around the right side. Good block. Down here he goes. The 50-yard line. Amesqua. Nobody's going to catch him. 25. Touchdown. Amesqua.
78 yards.
2nd and 11 now for the Panthers. Handoff. Fake to handoff up the middle, and Jelsing's going to keep it, cuts back up the middle of the field. He's got all kinds of room. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, J.J. Jelsing. 3rd down and a long one for the Chiefs. Pass in the flat. Lorenz Thomas makes a move, has some opening. Middle of the field, still on his feet. He might get there outside, and he's going to get there. What a run for Lorenz Thomas for 25 yards. Now the time is officially out, and that is the ball game. Our final score here at Liebopto Field at the Apple Bowl. It's Wenatchee 28 and Moses Lake 7.
Nice to have football back. Also on Friday, Eastmont traveled to Royal, and the 1A Knights hung 50 points on the 4A Wildcats. 50-10 the final. Reed Stamps completed 15 of 23 passes for 220 yards and 4 touchdowns to lead Chelan over Cascade 41-13. Sam Phillips ran for 2 touchdowns and passed for 2 others as Cashmere won on opening night in Quincy 38-9. Brewster took care of Manson 22-6, and Waterville's off to a 2-0 start with a 52-0 shutout of Bridgeport. On Saturday, Soap Lake stopped Eddy at 45-12, but Elmira Cooley Heartline beat Liberty Bell 34-6. Prep Soccer entered its second weekend with Eastmont hosting Moses Lake on the NCWLIFE channel on Saturday. Jaden Brown looked to be in mid-season form, scoring 3 goals to lead Eastmont to the 6-1 victory. Sebastian Moraga, Matt Wisen had the call here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Rejected. Trying again is Flanagan from the left side into the box. Let's see, whistle on the play and penalty kick. There's the whistle. The run up, the shot, goal. Top of the box now. Switching left, into the box. The right-footed shot, goal, 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 goal. Wildcats. Top of the ball, goal, 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 goal. Good shot across. Fisher into the box. Out of the box. This could be interesting. Right footed shot. The shot. Goal, 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 goal. Kylie line barrier entering the contest. Chandler. Flanagan. 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 Goal, 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 goal. There's the shot, and Moses Lake makes it 5-1. A penalty kick by Olivia Waits. Shot across, open from the left side. And there's number 22, Paige Fisher, with the 6th goal.
Megan Chandler, Riley Fisher, and Paige Fisher accounted for the other 3 Eastmont goals. Also, Ureli Sanchez Blanco scored twice to lead Wenatchee to a 4-0 win over Ephrata. Cascade remained unbeaten on the season, traveling to Chelan and coming away with a 4-2 win. We have more soccer on TV live tomorrow night. Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wiesen will have the call for a great matchup between Cascade and Wenatchee. They'll get things going with a pregame at 6:50, kickoff at 7 o'clock at Lee Buffalo Field at the Apple Bowl. Here's a quick rundown of volleyball scores reported from over the weekend. Cashmere split with Quincy, and Eastmont downing the Jackrabbits 3-0, but falling in 3 straight to Eastmont. Wildcats were able to beat Quincy 3-0. Wenatchee shut out Moses Lake and Ephrata, topped Moses Lake 3-0. Haley Van List, Louisville Cardinals were that close to winning the ACC championship Sunday, but a Wolfpack player rained on their parade. Louisville led 56-55 at the closing moments when NC State's Reyna Perez hit a 3-pointer with just 2.8 seconds left. That gave the Wolfpack a 58-56 victory. Haley had 5.7 rebounds. ACC Player of the Year Dana Evans held to 15. Cardinals will now have to wait what the NCAA tournament committee decides on their seeding for the big dance. Well, the 18th ranked Gonzaga women advanced to the WCC title game today with a 72-62 win over Santa Clara. Lady Zags won despite 21 turnovers in the game. Okanagan's Jill Townsend led floor players in double figures.
So the Zags have the ball and an 8-point lead.
And Lynn Trong, who's in the game now, a great player in high. I mean, these are 2 really good high-level players down in Texas.
Townsend with a 3.
Jill Townsend.
12 for Townsend.
2-time first-team All-WCC. She's been here before, just calm. In a very balanced effort for the Zags. Townsend with 14. Walker has 13. And Jen Worth with 12, and Trong with 10. So 4 players in double figures. And that's been the story for the Zags all season long. Great balance, great team defense, and they get a win here.
Bulldogs will play the winner of BYU and San Francisco in tomorrow's championship. Gonzaga men have also enjoyed a little time off of the regular season. Now it's time for the WCC semifinals. Bulldogs take on St. Mary's tonight in Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. That's on ESPN. That's followed by Pepperdine and BYU. The other semifinal, the winners will meet tomorrow for the championship. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And finally tonight, Katrina Ball was sworn in today as the Grant County Sheriff's Office's first female detective. Ball was promoted out of the patrol division and sworn in by Sheriff Tom Jones. At the ceremony, Jones said he sees Detective Ball doing, quote, great things in her new job. Now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. On Tuesday's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, my guest will be Luke Davies, who is the administrator of the Chelan-Douglas Health District. We'll get the latest information on COVID-19, on the mass vaccinations that are currently taking place at the Town Toyota Center, all that local COVID information as we begin to make that transition, we hope, from a COVID world to a non-COVID world. We'll talk about that with Luke Davies tomorrow. I'll Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, plus news, sports, weather, and everything you need to start your day. We invite you to start your day live and local with Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I will see you tomorrow at 7 a.m. Graham, back to you.
And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
There are so many possibilities for you to learn local right here at Wenatchee Valley College. Take classes towards a degree or certificate in more than 50 areas of study. Wenatchee Valley College now offers a large variety of virtual classes, including labs, sign language, music, and machining, and they have the resources to help you succeed in virtual classes. So when a college degree is your goal, learn local at Wenatchee Valley College.